Each man needs his own style, one which suits him. And any wise man chooses one matching his abilities and concentrates on that.
What were you just saying about living through history?
Like, is one of them things I'm trying to wrap my mind around. Like, I'm a fan of history. I read history. I read all the shit that happened in the world, and global history is fantastic. Like, we really only know a lot about European history. We know a little less about like Asian history. Somewhat about like Southeast Asia down there. So we barely have anything written down about African history, which is fucked because African history is deep. Like, we know the Christian world, right? That's the West. As a Western culture, we know Christian history. We know the Christian world, but the Islamic world rose and fell before the Christian world rose. And there was a thing about Islamic scholarship. Like, it was a really big deal in Islam to know shit. Like, you was going to read and you was going to know stuff and you was going to be smart.
As it should be.
Yeah. So they have a lot of other shit that I don't agree with, and that's kind of that part, I'm bored with that.
That part makes sense.
So
in the deepest madness.
yeah. So there was the Library of Baghdad, which had knowledge from every corner of the known world.
Why do I love the word Baghdad?
It was burnt down by the Mongols because they didn't read. They don't have a writing system.
Monkey.
No, just
I know.
That's just not their shit. So them just like, yo,
return to the monkey.
So we have lost a lot more history than we have ever had, than we have currently. If you ask me, like, we have there's so much things that we have lost throughout history that wasn't written down, or that was written down and then burned or destroyed or some shit like that. But like the Islamic world at that time, there was a big focus on learning shit and knowing shit. So there was real huge strides in science and all of that. I was reading about a guy called Ibn Battuta, who was one of the most traveled. Yes, Battuta.
I'm sorry.
He has a really long name, but Ibn Battuta is a common shortened form. IBN, Ibn. He traveled. He was one of the most widely traveled people of the old world, basically. Like, he traveled from Western Sahara. He traveled the entire coast of Africa down to like Oman, down there called I think they call that the Arab coast, the slave coast. I think down that side, the slave coast. I think he probably went all the way.
Name things after what you make money from there.
Basically, then he made it way down the African East Coast, as well as doing the whole Maghreb and going all the way across the Western Sahara. The Maghreb is Northern Africa, for those who don't know. He went over to like Asia. He was more widely traveled than Marco Polo, and we know about Marco Polo because we know the Christian history of the Western white man's world. But there's a lot more that we never know about. But like, my of going through all of the history is that the people living at that time did not know that they were living through history, because to them they're living through the present. So we currently are living through unprecedented times. I said it to you and you said continually. Every fucking day is unprecedented. Never ever lived before, and that's just a fact. Like, no matter how good or how bad life is going, it is a proven fact that every single day is unprecedented. You've never lived this day before.
Yeah.
So,
and the extreme that you're thinking of is also there too.
Yeah, there's also that. Like,
every day is something new.
Every day is something. Like, the Jamaican scriptwriters are fantastic. Like, they don't.
No, the Earth scriptwriters are having.
Yeah, but I live in Jamaica, so I can talk about our scriptwriters. They are. It is ecstatic. Like,
them out here styling.
Must say Black Mirror say how the new season we have more than 3 episodes. I said, why?
We're living
You
it.
have one every day.
We're living it.
This life. Like,
we're living it.
You don't need to be on Netflix.
How long the episodes going to be?
I don't know.
I've
24 hours.
I've conquered, oh my God. I've conquered my fear of Black Mirror, so I pretty much finished all of those.
Fear? You can't be afraid of real life.
Nah, exactly. Exactly. That was the terrifying part of it. When I started watching Black Mirror years ago, hold on. I started watching Black Mirror years ago. All right, there were 1 and 2 scenes in there where I was like, "Oh man, I'm not too far off of that." You know, since then it's happened. That's not what I watch TV for.
I know that, brother.
Escapism.
What you make me watch the other day, my day? Eagle Eye. 2009, the movie that come out, or 2011. Somewhere around that
I love
time
that
frame.
movie.
Right?
Actually, I remember I watched that movie in theaters with my mother. That's why I remember that movie.
Yeah. Everything what that movie they
watch that
dramatize and fictionalize, real and happening right now.
Yeah, go watch that movie. It was before Shia went like mad, so it's still good Shia LaBeouf, and it's really good. You'll enjoy it.
it's something I realize. Everything the media shows us, Western American media and the movies.
In the middle of watching the movie, Bob say, yo, more and more, my sister, them just a show where the fucker them are doing, you know?
Everything, yeah, because that movie was long enough ago that everything is in front of you.
It all happened, and then we just know it as fact.
Yeah, but so like, I'm telling us something. I've said it on this podcast before. I've said it on this podcast before. So that James Bond movie Spectre, that is a real life documentary. All right? Inspector.
I really love that movie.
Inspector, the global governments come together and start doing terrorist attacks to make people feel more insecure so they would give up rights to the one world order.
Yeah.
If y'all niggas don't see that shit happening in front of your face right now,
like, I not even tinfoil hat in that. Yeah.
No, you know.
I really loved Spectre.
You don't need to put your hat on for that.
Listen, I love Spectre for
is
multiple reasons. One, it's just a really good James Bond movie. Two, if you sit down and watch that movie and then just think about what goes on in the world and then watch it again, you can go, fuck. And you're like, yeah.
I didn't have to rewatch. Watching it.
Bob was right. More and more them just showing you what they might do.
Bro, let me tell you something. Oh, fun fact about that movie, by the way, they actually started the Day of the Dead parade in Mexico. That movie, the opening scene of that movie is a parade, Day of the Dead, with big floats, like a Thanksgiving parade in America. That had never been done before. That's not something Mexico did as a part of its Day of the Dead celebrations. But that was so big and so popular, and so many people were like, yo, I need to go to Mexico to see that. They started doing it.
Money. Wow. Yeah. Never knew that.
Fun fact. But yeah, that's a real life movie. I see shit like
that's a real life.
Even Avengers, which is a superhero movie, way out of this world.
Okay,
right?
Am I on this train?
Watchmen. Well, no, Watchmen. No, I'm not talking about
Shield.
Okay, I'm glad I never have to show you that. But other than Shield, consider this. Remember when they had the aircraft carriers that could target everyone's face and kill all of them from like near Earth orbit?
Yeah,
that's real. What? That's drones.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Like, they don't show you...
You almost lost me on the
train. No. They don't always show you, like, directly like that. But they have the technology to do everything that they are showing you. Basically, you can't create something that don't exist in a way. Our imagination is limited by what we're exposed to. You cannot...
I don't know if I agree.
You can't create a color you've never seen.
Yeah, but you extrapolate on base.
Fine, but you can't create... You still need base.
Yeah.
You still need base. So you can't, if you have to have some real, you would have had to have the experience before you can alter that experience to create something new based on it.
Don't necessarily agree.
I personally don't believe you can just create something out of nothing.
No, you don't create something out of nothing, but like...
So like the creative whole thing of being a creative.
Creation doesn't necessarily come from one source.
Inspiration.
But that's a part of the creative process.
That's my thing.
But you don't only take it from one source. So, for example, when the men were... This is just drawing. Might be just talking shit here. But I don't think the persons who designed the first plane or whatever did that based on something they saw already. I think the desire to fly came from, well, that's one part of the process. Two, inspiration from like things in nature, things you've seen, extrapolate from there through human ingenuity to get to there. So I don't think necessarily you have to have... to go, but if you have science fiction and like things people have already thought of going other ways, and then have a plane, you can like and then human ingenuity, especially with the ingenuity for war,
because how that goes there. So I created that plane based off of the physics of the wing. I knew the physics of the wing. I said, all right, if I slap two wings and put an engine to drive them, those wings will lift.
Yeah.
Eventually, I can attach a body to it and I'll have a plane. But first, let me get the wings flying. The first plane was basically just flying wings.
Yeah, there was a glider basically.
Yeah, and the Wright brothers, Kitty Hawk. If you never know that was like 1907. Like, technology has exploded so like I'm sorry,
exponential curve.
This is such a blood clot, tangent, but yo, the exponential growth of technology always amazing to me when I think of flight specifically.
Why?
Oh, the first airborne plane was in 1900 and something.
When they go supersonic?
Less than 50 years later, brother. That is
the man short circuit.
You don't understand how much that fuck with me, man. The World War II saw World War One, man was literally leaning over the side of the plane and dropping a grenade. And World War II, at the end of World War II, we had jet fighters.
I have become death,
brother. That World War One and World War II are 20 years apart. The beginning and end, 20 years apart.
Man dropping grenade out plane.
Literally would lean over, pull a grenade in and lean over the side and drop a grenade to be a bomb.
Nukes,
right?
To nukes.
50 years, less than 50 years.
I just said it, dog. The human ingenuity, especially the capacity for war, is incredible.
But most of our technological advances come from military advances.
I was talking to Joy about that just today.
Most of the money is put into the military, and whatever
it comes back.
Yeah, whatever they decide, like, all right, I guess the civilians can use this.
I was talking to Joy about that just this morning. That's generally how technology works. We get the feedback. We get the what left off from the military.
What would assholes in Florida drive if they never had homos? Where homos come from? The military.
But
like even something as benign as that. Even something as benign as that.
Converting a military vehicle to run on the road.
Mm-hmm. That's innovation that came from the military and got to us.
I mean, the cell phone did too.
GPS,
MRI,
everything. Like
microwave.
Microwaves were an accident, by the way. The dog was walking in front of some other experiment. I was wondering why the chocolate bar in his pocket did melt. Word. Literally. Like he had a chocolate bar in his pocket. It's like, why the fuck did this melt? It's like,
I love stories like that.
This out.
I love stories like that.
Magnetron discovers radio waves.
Oh, by the way, if you guys haven't figured out, it's not a topic-based night tonight.
No.
We're talking, we're parring. Yeah. Come along for the par. Learn a thing or two.
I haven't even gotten to my main point, brother.
Hold on, I don't want to forget this.
I still don't talk about living in history.
I know, but I don't want to forget this. I love stories like that where like people figure out things on accident. Like the dude who created LSD was working on birth control for women, and it ended up getting on his skin in the lab. So, wash off your hand, not knowing that it's LSD, so it's not absorbed in there, not in your bloodstream. On a bike ride, first LSD trip ever. World melted in front of him.
Once I found it.
Yeah.
I found truth. No one will want to have sex on this.
Nah, but I found truth.
Birth control.
I found truth.
But yeah, my main point, if you're still with us, living through history, is like, I think of going through history, all the things that have happened, all the people who lived at the time not knowing it was historical and what the significance would be for future generations. Like Hammurabi writing the code in ancient Mesopotamia, never know that like we would have looked back on it 10,000 years in the future and go, John, the dog you didn't know what I'm talking about.
I think partially they hoped he hoped he would.
The guy who wrote the Sumerian script, one of the cuneiform tablets that we have that we've decoded, that wrote about the poor quality copper he received from a vendor, never knew that shit would live on thousands of years into the future, and we would look back at it and speak about it as something of global significance. Like it's thing like wrapping my head around that, and it's like bring it closer to modern history. People always talk about the rise of fascism and Nazism in Germany leading up to World War II, and how the everyday man just sat by and let it happen. Motherfuckers, it's happening right now. It's happening right now. The swing to the right, the increased nationalism, the more conservative nature that governments and people are going right now.
Our theory is that for everything in life, it's like a pendulum, and the pendulum swings. Yeah. So sometimes the pendulum will swing to what has been for a good little while now, the liberal, and it got really liberal, and it's slowly swinging back. Right, it happens in many a thing you can look at.
And I said it on one of the episodes this week or last couple of weeks. Like we had the hippies in the 60s and 70s, then the Vietnam War, 70s, 80s was Ronald Reagan war on drugs. Then we come into the liberalization in the 90s, coming up to now, and now we're swinging back to the right with right-wing politicians, hardline nationalist governments, no migrants, that sort of thing, build a wall. Like that is right-wing fascist things. And like, we look back at people in Germany in the 30s and like, how the fuck did they let Hitler come to power? How the fuck did they let Trump come to power? How the fuck did they let the man them in Poland? The Polish government banned abortion, fired half of the Supreme Court, just like fucking with the constitution. Like, so much madness. Hungary have a right-wing leader. A bunch of European countries, as I said, swinging right again, and when the motherfuckers go right, it's really bad. So it's
they've had a lot of practice.
Yeah, it's crazy to me that we are living through those times now, and we question how people let it happen, and we are letting it happen as well.
he who does not know his history is doomed to repeat it.
But
people don't care about
it's
that
not
kind
that.
of thing.
You talk
anymore.
about the American educational system. They don't know their history
because they don't teach the actual history.
Exactly.
Oh,
And
listen,
they do that on purpose.
When I learned that the atlas and maps distributed through America
Are
and
centered on
a lot of
America.
other those places, it's not that they're centered around America. It's that they changed the scale of land so
To make
America
America
and
bigger.
Africa are the same size. In no world. But that petty difference, that petty thing is to show it's not holistic education.
have
It's
a-
education of the American
They have
imperialism.
they have a name for
It's-
it, you know.
it's,
for the school of
it's
thought,
Amer-
American exceptionalism.
I was about to say, I was about to say that. That's what it
American
is.
exceptionalism.
That's what they teach.
No, that's a jingoistic fucking society. If you don't
That's
know
what
what
they teach.
jingoistic is, I just gave you a word to Google.
But that's what they teach, and it's mildly infuriating. But like, what you gonna do? You know what I mean?
And it's the money. The money controls everything that happens in the world. I tell you, Assassin's Creed, amazing video game series, really gave me a creed to live on through life.
What was it?
The literal Assassin's Creed is that nothing is true, everything is permitted.
Yeah.
Bro, we saw when
stick up in.
that hit my brain. I was like, Bumbleclaw,
Yeah.
everything explained.
Stick up in. You see the world through football,
And food.
and food. I see the world through movies and story. When you said earlier, men who wrote in the book, in like a book, not knowing that people in the future that look back at it
Yeah.
and I think I'm pretty like
I
that.
mean
right?
anything about it.
That reminded me of the movie Troy, where like one with Brad Pitt, Achilles, where he was like, basically his character motivation for that movie,
Get the woman.
even that was secondary. His primary character motivation was so his name would be remembered.
Yes.
And like
which was a big thing for heroes in the heroic epics.
one brother didn't want to push the war, and he was like, and that's why no one will remember your name.
What's his name?
That push, I don't remember.
Exactly.
That push, that like push, even subconsciously, drives a lot of the madness that is humanity right now. You know, man. The quest for immortality.
I have a real world.
And what before you guys go, what the fuck you mean the quest for immortality? I mean through things such as, not that, but I mean through things such as, if you look at it now, right? What's the most bleeding cutting edge of science?
Nanotech.
It's all age related. It's to stop
Yeah,
the aging
stop
process.
aging. Yeah,
it's-
immortality basically.
That's what it is. That's what Regeneration is. That's what we are working on, extending the human life.
As much as we can.
And that's what people always do. That's how your lizard brain tells you to reproduce, and it's to trying to pass your genes on throughout to keep you here kind of vibe. That's where we always kind of end up, even in story, no?
I mean, I guess. But like,
Classical divide and the quest for immortality.
at the real world, the real world example I have of that, I was talking to somebody the other day about
Transplants, surgery,
something there.
transfusions.
Infrastructure. That's another niche thing that I have interest in. Literally civil infrastructure, dams, bridges.
Yeah, he does.
Shit, yeah.
This nigga's a beaver.
Yeah, I love dams and bridges. But yeah, there was a bridge collapse in Italy in 2018, I think. Bag of people did dead. Literally. No, I can't. I'm sorry. I'm sorry if you think I'm lacking empathy. I'm literally just relating a factual story. I don't know these people. Yes, it fuck up that them dead. I'm sorry. This me.
This me.
So but it turns out that the bridge hadn't been properly maintained in years, and then there was like an audit done of all the major infrastructure in Italy, a major European country, first world, and it showed that most of the major infrastructure is crumbling. Same thing in America. You always hear American politicians complain about it too, how the roads and the railways and the power lines and all of that shit falling apart. Here in Jamaica, when the fucking gully them built? 60 years ago? Dog, how long a gully was meant to last for?
All right.
Wait, no. Hold on.
No. Remember when we were on the hill, Lucy in the sky, we're looking at the city and understood we saw how the roads were meant to be set.
The vestiges of city planning in Kingston.
In none of that did you see or did we mention proper drainage.
Nope.
We live in a country, I've said this before in the pod, where the hurricane season means a wet period.
Guaranteed. Like
not if, but
geologically.
I go happen
geologically
every
guaranteed,
year.
yes.
Rainfall for 5 minutes, Kingston shut down. Why? Can you explain that to me? I was hoping that's where you're going.
But it's funny because the infrastructure that I'm going to that is politician related. So politicians don't maintain infrastructure because you don't get a name. You don't get a name for maintaining what somebody else built.
But dog,
you wait for shit to fall apart and you build your own and put your name on it.
There's a quote, I don't remember where it comes from, but is society grows great when men plant trees they know they'll never sit in the shade of. What we just talked about before the podcast started? Because people's fucked
living
up.
a moral life makes
don't get you nowhere.
Don't get you fucking anywhere. Right?
And that's not to say not to do it.
Don't do it because you are a good person and you should rise above.
said from Yu Yu Hakusho, right? Being a real man is about doing the right thing, even if it's not what you want
ladies,
to do.
you can be a real man sometimes.
Yeah. But Kurabara, I'm rewatching Yu Yu Hakusho, so that's a fresh quote in my head. I was like, Bomba, that still apply.
Like being moral gets you shit, get you the shit end of the stick every time.
I don't want to say gets you the shit end of the stick. Cause that sounds.
Let's put it this way: the
it's
people
less
who have gotten
expedient.
the furthest in life did it usually or mostly
immoral
means.
Yeah, fair. That is an undeniable fact.
The man who work him 9 to 5 and live him life on the straight and narrow struggles every day.
The chopper is banging it.
Balling. Him not gonna live long, you know, but him there for a good time.
No, all right, hold on.
Him there for a good time, not a long.
Which
and
is
if you're a criminal with sense,
which is worth
you have your offshore. You do what the rich white man does. You hide your money in offshore accounts so you don't pay taxes on it, and you go and you live in some obscure country without an extradition treaty, and you live your best life.
Me, miss, I've got a question for you.
Jesus Christ.
I've got a question for you, miss.
Roadman.
For you, Rob, which means more? Having a long
good life or a long life?
Not a good life, because a good life could be many things, but like that rich balling life or a long okay life. Like you hit the peak of peak.
When I going dead?
Huh?
When I going dead? If I rich?
All right, you hit the peak of peak. You're dead by what's the name of that club? All the musicians and stuff are in.
The 27 Club.
You hit 27.
I'd be dead already.
All right, cool. So now, so we're just saying, all right, if you're a young, all right, so you can't do it then. 37. Right. 37. So you get 37.
If I woke up rich tomorrow, man.
And when I say rich, I mean like Elon
Fuck
Musk,
you.
disgusting,
Yeah,
fuck you,
money.
forever
Yeah,
rich.
all right,
or you will live an average middle class life, healthily, well to 98. Pass away in your sleep.
Healthily. To 98?
Yeah.
I'll take that.
Yeah.
I'll take that.
Yeah.
I'll take that. I don't, bro, I money to me,
especially with the modifier of healthily.
I don't know how I'm going to manage to pass this thought on to my child, and I don't know because I don't know how I developed it myself. But money, it's like in econ class when they said to me money was a what the fuck is the term? Money is of exchange. It's a unit of exchange. It is a body of exchange. Something like that. Like it is the representation of the exchange of value. So I give you money and you give me a thing that is worth what this money is worth. To me, in my head, I was like, but the thing is what really have the worth. Like we just kind of agreed that this money is worth the thing, but the thing is what really have the worth. So money to me just kind of meant nothing at that point. Like, and I don't have it. If I had it,
undeniably nice to have.
Because life is set up for that.
Yeah.
But if I built my life in a way where it's not the pinnacle, I fully believe I could live a better life, a happier life, a simpler life. The people who live the simplest life live the happiest lives, you know, brother.
Yeah.
It's the added things that bring us stress and confusion and pain, you know. Like the man who get up every morning and have to go catch the fish for breakfast. Yeah, he have to go catch the fish for breakfast, but fuck it.
He's much
happy.
more fulfilled in what he does.
Like him don't live life by the clock. Him live life by him stomach.
Him don't have
life by
FOMO.
The sun. Yeah, there's no FOMO.
That should be fucking me up.
He's just
right
like,
now.
yo, him just get up. I'm like, all right, yo, I'm hungry. I'm gonna deal with that. Him live like an animal.
FOMO's are completely.
I don't think that's a bad thing. Like him live like an animal. Like you just have to deal with your immediate needs. Like you put things in place for your family and your future, whatever. But you really only driving need is I'm hungry. I need to shit. I need to sleep.
Got another question. I need to reproduce. Need to pass on.
Yeah, like that.
Eat shit. Fuck.
I just gonna do those things. Them niggas is happy.
Shoot, how did that fall out of my head already? Is FOMO a modern development or an innate part of
humanity?
The
It's in
the
it.
human experience.
Isn't it?
I
We're
feel so.
social creatures.
Yeah. Yeah.
We're going to want to do what the other monkeys are doing.
Yeah, and then
we
when
don't want to be the one monkey by ourselves.
You know what's so crazy is that as great of a different thing that people,
Great apes.
as great as people think they are, as because some people are like, animal, I never animal, monkey, blah blah blah.
Yes.
You can get a hell of a lot of insight on human nature from observing monkeys because we are them.
We're just them plus 2%.
With a little bit more here, a little less. Sorry, a little less here,
and a little more brain mass. Yeah, and no, they have opposable thumbs. We don't have the feet hands.
Oh, the
We
feet
would
arms
probably be better if we had feet arms.
Your shoes would be gross though.
We'd have the ones with the finger, the glove looking ones, the
ones
barefoot
I
shoes.
used to like.
Yeah.
I love those shoes,
No,
bro. I love those
disgusting.
shoes. I was sponsored by them. Big up Vibram. I love them.
But yeah,
Yeah, so that's an innate human thing.
Yeah. But
Because
back to my
of
main
being a
point,
social.
guys.
Oh yeah, living through history.
living through history.
I think that will be the tagline.
It crazy to me that like the things that we consider benign and everyday will at some point mean something to someone looking back at this moment and going, Jano, if this never happened, this wouldn't happen, or if because this happened, this did happen, that sort of thing. Like because
You don't think that way currently? Like forward thinking?
but that's the thing. Even thinking that,
You can't have it like set.
yeah,
dead to rights.
because
Okay.
like I guess maybe my mind is stuck in a historical thing. Like it has to have happened for me to look back on it and go, okay, this happened. This is what should have happened, and this is why it happened. You're obviously supposed to take that knowledge and then apply it to the future, which is why them say if you don't know it, you're doomed to repeat it. I
Yeah.
try to know it. I am in no position of control to avoid repeating it for the most part, like on a societal scale. I can't stop us going back down into what we're coming out of. I can't
Yeah.
stop us burning us off of the face of the planet with global warming. I can't stop us polluting the waters with plastic and garbage
That's the true
and sewage.
That's the true torture of being a human being though.
Yeah. Like
knowing so much and being doomed with such little
so
power
even
and time to
thinking
get
about
it
that,
done.
thinking about living through history currently, it gets me thinking, would I have been happier in a different period of history?
No.
Like, no, fine, we'll talk about how bad it used to smell, but I wouldn't know any different, Marty. It would be what I'm used to. I can't have FOMO because I don't know what I'm missing out on.
I personally say no.
Fine, but I'm just, but
The
It's a
thought
fact.
exists.
It's a fact. Like,
not shutting down the question.
would
just
I
giving you my
have been
answer.
happier
in a different time
in
period?
a simpler time period? Yes, life would have been harder per se, where you couldn't go to the store and buy your meat. Where you'd have to go hunt and smoke and freeze and make your pemmican and
Food tastes different when you hunt it still.
fine, but that's what we would have known. That is
No,
what life
fine
was.
as in that's a good thing.
Yeah, that would have been all life was. I wouldn't have known any different. Would that have been a happier life? Like me now, as a blind person needing glasses, probably not. Like if I had this eyesight back in the day
Alright.
before glasses,
Let
Marty.
me honestly.
If I had this eyesight before glasses,
no,
I would not be happy.
Yeah, life would have been
If I was a healthy person living life in the late 1800s,
Are you saying with or without your vision?
with
Correct.
vision, like being a completely healthy person, mid 1800s, industrialization just kicked off. So, you can go get clothes made in a factory. There's newspapers, stuff like that. Like electricity don't really take off yet. Telephones haven't been invented. The radio hasn't been invented.
You are Dunbar's number. You and the 150 people,
Yeah. Yeah. And there's no you have to write letters, to wake up in the morning.
I'm not gonna lie.
You have to pay somebody to come knock on your window.
I do see the charm and the thought.
There's no bills,
behind it.
there's no water bill, there's no light bill.
I do see the charm and thought behind this.
But
life.
like, would I
Be
would
happier?
that simpler existence be happier than no? Like, yes, I have modern amenities, and amenities are great. Everybody loves amenities.
Hell yeah.
Indoor plumbing,
The best.
like the most basic level, indoor fucking plumbing and a sewerage system, fantastic, right? But even what you were talking about, the fact that Kingston floods, we still don't have like the ideal.
Yeah.
I was watching a video, the untouchable caste in India.
Yep.
One of the
India's
main,
caste system.
which was outlawed in the 50s, but it's still practiced today. The Dalits, the
That's a
untouchables, the
madness,
people at the
bro.
bottom of the
How
caste.
did that originate?
Religion.
Damn it.
Most likely religion, in all honesty. Because I have not done real in-depth research on it, but why I think that is because like some of the higher castes are specifically priests and them thing there. So it would be them man who come up with money wasn't that big thing back in the day. It would really be the man that with influence and power, and that would generally be the religious people. So I'm thinking the caste system originated out of that. But anyway, so the Dalits,
Can I answer before we move on?
Go ahead.
The origins of the caste system, CASTE. According to one long-held theory about the origins of the South Asia's caste system, Aryans from Central Asia invaded South Asia and introduced the caste system as a means of controlling the local population. The Aryans defined key roles in society, then assigned groups of people to them.
So it wasn't the church, it was the whites.
Yeah.
The literal Aryans. Like the peak whites.
Hitler's wet dream.
Yeah, the peak whites. Like, okay, cool.
Hitler and Stormfront's wet dream.
So, what was it?
Untouchables.
Mm-hmm. One of their jobs is to clean sewage lines. Like literally, they climb down into manholes and stick them hand in the pipes to clean. Yes. So
Someone's got it.
The thing I was watching on them then switched over to Pakistan. People in Pakistan do it as well, and they were showing Lahore. And when rain falls in Lahore, that's the name of the capital city. Lahore.
I thought you said Lahore.
No, Lahore. And I don't remember if it is the capital or just one of the major cities. But Lahore floods every single time. And when I say flood, I mean like waist high water in the main road of the city, you know.
Lucky ringworm.
So the man them was saying like when rain fall, at them time that them work turn up, them time that them make money. I'm just like, yo, that's fucked up. But like, but even that, you know what that triggered in my historic mind, brother?
It's a dirty job.
A city like that, a city like that has been in existence for hundreds of years was not built for the amount of people that currently live in it, my guy. And no matter how much you expand outwards, the middle where you started not going to have the space and the amenities of the newest parts. And how do you deal with that?
That's why people go up, but then they don't have the infrastructure to deal with the people going up.
To support it, exactly. So you get the shit and you get the flooding.
And that's where people start saying like, oh, we're overpopulated.
And we're not. Everybody's trying to live in the same fucking place.
That's the problem.
There's 11 million people in Lahore. There's 3 million people in Jamaica, the country.
Damn.
And I think there's a fuck ton of people in a halfway tree a daytime.
Bro, G. And them hot. Like, radiate heat.
Like, people talk to me, like, Jamaicans are always excited about, like, yeah, mama, I want to go New York and all these big cities. I don't. I'm terrified of it. I hate people. And just thinking of 10 million people being in my immediate vicinity scares me.
Overs that. But, you see how...
And then it's commercialism.
Yeah.
A big city in America would
That's why you visit. That's why you visit. You don't live there.
Maybe a big city in like
you visit. You don't live there.
The eastern side of the world that's been around for like centuries. Yeah, I want to say that. I want to say shit.
Anywhere different when it hit your eye is different is what I've come to notice. So
fair.
Because we grew up because we grew up in Jamaica with like all the greenery and just the vibe of how it is. Everywhere I've ever gone, that's cityscape. Remotely kind of this like other small islands. It feels very familiar. When you hit a cityscape, it's like, whoa,
what the fuck is
this? Is
and even that scared me. Like I want to see a tree. I want to be hungry and go outside and pick a fruit. I can't do that in a city,
bro. G,
like that's it hurt me on a core level. Like I would never. If I would live in America, I'd have to live in a rural place, and the rural place have the white people that don't like colored people. So I'm not going to do that.
The rural place have the white people that don't like colored people.
Tell me I'm wrong. You can't.
He's not.
So
he's not. It's just a sad truth.
Yeah. So yeah, I ain't going. I'm not going to live in the cold rural places. Big upset.
Nah, dog. I refuse to live in places where ice actively falls from the sky.
Yeah. So global warming is a plus on that side. If you think about that.
If you're looking for silver linings.
If you're looking for a silver lining of global warming, which the capitalist machine will eventually push to us within the next 30 years as it gets really out of control. They're gonna be like, yeah, man, you know, the habitable zones will increase. Like these areas that were too cold to farm, we can't farm there now. And they're like, what about the deserts? Fuck the deserts. We can grow shit in Sweden.
Why are you talking about that?
We can, yeah, like no deserts.
Why is the desert growing? It's okay.
It's okay. We can grow shit in Sweden. Are you not listening?
Yeah, we're going north.
We have oranges in Washington. What's wrong? What's like?
Fuck Florida.
Fuck Florida. I said, yo, Florida's a desert. Fuck them. Florida's on the water. Fuck them.
Florida's on the water.
Florida's on the water. The parts that are still standing are deserts. Fuck them.
Well, you see, back
We got
in
oranges in Washington.
back in my day, boy, there were these people called the Caribbeans. And we talk about the Caribbean islands like Atlantis, dog.
I mean, we'll still be here. We have mountains. Them flat niggas in the east gone.
Dog, them going to talk, mate, the whole of the Lesser Antilles. Them
I mean,
going to talk, bro, them going to talk about Barbados like Atlantis.
Bro, I was about to say, Barbados is literally,
Yo.
like, geographically, guys, we talk about geology on this all the time. Geologically, Barbados is a sand spit.
It's a hunk of gunk. Oh, wait, what's the actual term you want?
No, and sand spit. Not that name.
It's
What name?
accretionary.
Accretionary.
Like accretionary prism.
That sound nice? Accretion? No, because it sound like secretion, because it's like it was secreted off of the bottom of the crust, off of the top of the crust. Sorry.
Scrape it. So think I like, you know, when you use a chisel and you run the chisel against the, like
If you
paint?
a wood plane,
Yeah.
you're playing in the wood, you see that piece that curl up and come off?
That's Barbados.
Yeah. Yeah, that's Barbados.
That's why it's flat. It ain't got no rivers. Water flows under it. Like, they're way over the fuck over there.
Yeah, that's why it's the only island over there.
Way over
Yo,
there.
you know the fuck with me when I saw where Bermuda was?
Why?
Because them niggas tried to act Caribbean.
In it.
They're closer to the Carolinas than Florida.
Yeah.
Like, what are you doing?
Yeah. What are you talking about? People want it. Being from the Caribbean is a nice thing to say.
It is.
Why? Why is that? Why is that so nice? Why
we have
do we
seasoning.
we have what?
We have seasoning.
Just play that, boys. Just play that. just play that. Eh? Just play that to bring us right back out in from the break. We're back, guys.
You see, you dirty blood clot Martin.
So, I was just scrolling through TikTok a while ago.
Yo,
if you're
I'm
watching the video, you see there's a little gap. The camera did do it thing. But a while ago, where boom bang and fix back the thing, and I scroll through TikTok, so I end up on that woman in her face, and I say, I hear what baby I said to me, I know. You see, you dirty blood clot. So I hear that now, I say, all right, this so deep, you know.
Yeah, dog, my
So
ears
when I
perk
hear
up
the
too.
Martin,
My head go, huh?
I said, blood clot, what did that do?
I was like, yo, who is this? 'Cause I don't know what the man over there doing. I just hear my
her
name.
next words were from Portland. I was like, oh, I know my G. I know my
Man,
G.
I said, dog, what could I have
And
done?
there's like 3 people named Martin in Jamaica, and it's not a common name in all honesty, you know?
And it's more of a last name.
Yeah.
Somebody tell me I have 2 last names. I was like,
If
I
you're
hate-
Jamaican.
I hate you for being
My
correct.
daughter has 2 last names.
Yeah.
Mackenzie Johnson.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Damn.
Yeah.
Why'd you do that?
Mackenzie means child of the wise leader.
Why'd you lie?
Yeah, I got dead body now. Just to make you know that. When you are 97 years old, Martin, you are got dead body.
Thank you. Thank you for the long till 97. I'll take it.
It's genetic. Your whole of your family live
I'll
long.
take
So
it.
when you reach 97, you are got dead. Make you know that from now. The morning you wake up at 97, fear.
Why?
Fear everything.
Why? Why you gotta be like that? Why you gotta be like that?
I mean,
man?
it's that death touch from Kill Bill.
Why you gotta
You
be
never
like
know
that?
when your heart going to explode, but it going to explode.
Fuckery. Your movies can do some fat sometime in the mind. Like even with this was it suspending your disbelief?
That Jet Li movie with the nerve blocking.
I thought you were gonna
Red
say the
Dragon.
one. I was gonna be
No, the one was fantastic. That's the multiverse. The multiverse is real.
Yo, that really
We
no.
see so many movies about it.
That really
It's
here.
real. Multiverse of Madness was really good. People who hate on it, I don't know why they don't like having fun. Was it the best Marvel movie?
No, but it was fun.
They weren't trying to be the best Marvel
Yo,
movie.
WandaVision was surprisingly fire.
WandaVision was incredible.
WandaVision.
Much greater
Yes.
than that. It's like, it made me feel like I should have go watch Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. Like, did I miss something else in the series that they did? Like,
On your own with that, bro. It started and ended with WandaVision, my G.
So-
Marvel lost me.
but WandaVision was fire. Still.
It was,
And then
yes.
the way how it tied into the main movie universe was also fire.
Facts.
But like Multiverse of Madness, like the multiverse, the multiverse real. That's not what I'm talking about. The Red Dragon, I think was the name of it, or something like that, where the fighting styles, them come up and hit you a couple times in your back or in your chest, and you're crippled. Can't move, you're stuck. Man say, block your nerves, you can't move. Alright, bro.
Block your nerves, you can't move.
But then when you watch Avatar and see fuckhead black people cheat with the same moves,
What did you just say?
fuckhead. That man call him, 'cause I don't rate him.
I'm on. Okay.
Yeah.
Yo, it took me a mad second a while ago to get what this man just said. Because you said no. You said it so fast.
Oh, sorry.
It was one word.
I'm sorry. I did a spoken join up in cursive.
It was one word a while ago.
Fuckhead from Avatar who used the same moves.
Yeah.
To block people's chi.
Yeah. Cool. I got it. My brain just had to like reverse.
It's a thing. Down. It's a thing in it's a trope then in media, I guess. Nerve blocking and them thing there.
Pressure points, dog. Acupuncture. You know about
pressure
all them things.
Like squeeze your neck and you collapse. Vulcan neck pinch.
If that thing did work,
doesn't the Vulcan neck pinch actually work? No. I mean, it don't make it cripple, but it hurts as fuck.
It hurts. But I was talking about this the other day. People in movies in like that universe supposed to just have concussions walking around with. How much movies have you seen where someone just goes like whoop, and the person knock out? You don't just get up from that inner dog. You'd be concussed.
That's not what I think about in the movie universe. I think about the Collateral. I think about the garbage man.
I always think about how I'd run a construction business.
I think about the man them who have to come clean up. I think about the mayor.
I'd run a construction business.
I think about the mayor in him fucking office. Just be like bomber clock. The bat signal that. Fuck.
What is tonight?
What is tonight?
Wake up in the morning, half of the city gone. I said,
fuck me, I gotta read it. Nobody wants to live here. There are no taxes. What the fuck am I supposed to do? It's like when
luckily enough, one ultra rich billionaire lives there.
You ever play Grand Theft Auto and play like and drive like a normal person?
No way. Huh? Sorry?
You ever play Grand Theft Auto like a regular human being? Like
no.
You stop at the stoplights and them things. You never had like just a random moment where you try to just like you stop at the stoplights.
What are the words that escape my mouth when I start playing Grand Theft Auto, Bob?
I don't know.
Gonna make many a fatherless home.
Yes, that is true.
Gonna make many a fatherless home. When I play Grand Theft Auto, I am chaos.
Yes.
I am carnage.
Yes.
I'm just seeing how many police I can rack up. How many fatherless homes I will create. You know what I mean? How many sadnesses will happen tonight when I shoot down the helicopters?
Obviously that's how you're supposed to play the game, right?
You in the bush and you just see a random car driving and you say, I wonder if you're on this douche and you see the car swerve and crash. You're like, yeah, man.
Wet.
Gotcha.
Yeah, but still, there have been moments where I just like, I'm just try and see,
never
stop at the stoplight.
But niggas like you play Sims.
Yeah, exactly. I don't know. It's a control thing.
Huh?
It's a control thing.
Expound.
I don't have control over my life, so let me have control over video game life.
You're an interesting lad.
Control issues.
I get it.
Yeah.
I get it.
That's why I don't drink.
You know, that's one of the better traits.
It takes too much effort. You have to keep drinking to be drunk.
It's sick him once
you
and
all the time.
never did it again.
Yeah, I learned.
I
learned my
that's
weed
one of
never
Bob's
learned my
best
lesson
traits,
with
you know.
that, because it just makes you sleep.
Bob, you teach him something once. Him learn him lesson once, cool.
Yeah.
That's it.
All right. Yeah, I'm good.
Me, I like playing the fire for like a week and then be like, that was hot.
Blackout drunk once in my life.
That was so funny.
The first time I got drunk to the point of vomiting, I was like 16.
It's silly,
I was 16 and I got to the party late. Every bad story I have is me playing catch up. I got
Never
to the
do
party
that,
late,
guys.
And I got to the bar. Everybody was already nice, dancing, having a good time. I walked up to the bar. I was like, all right.
Don't catch up.
What the fuck is here? And I look around, and I said, peach Finlandia vodka to the head. I just took out the bottle and just started chugging the bottle.
Never play catch up.
To this day, if I smell peach vodka, I get sick.
Yeah, I know that.
Like, I can't.
I know them ways.
I went home, called my girlfriend at the time. I was like, yo, babe, I'm drunk. And she was laughing at me because obviously me being a virgin in the liquor arts. Obviously, at 16, most people already been fucked up.
I wasn't. When was the first time I got mashed drunk?
Most people started partying at like 13, 14. So they were getting fucked up by like 16.
Yeah, but you're drinking like the
special.
The little
Appleton special.
The little light thing mixed. You know what's fuck up? If you think about
Smirnoff Black Ice.
That. You know what fuck up if you think about it? When we used to go to like paid parties,
don't drink, kids. By the way,
it's horrible.
Just put that out there.
It's horrible. And find something else. It's
legal
really
drinking
awful.
age. Be an adult. Make yourself suffer as an adult. As a child, please enjoy life.
Wallet. If you think about it, right? When we used to go to like paid parties, remember like Frat Fest? Alright, that'd be at someone's house.
Yo.
Hold on the dog meds. That'd be at someone's house.
2009, brother.
So the bartenders, quote unquote bartender serving the party because at someone's house was someone's parent who was actively giving children
liquor.
alcohol and watching them go off to wine up, feel up. It's a different age when you grow up, you know, when you're meds it.
I wonder if shit like that still happens.
I don't believe
I think
so.
kids just like fucking around from like 12. I don't know what's happening, man. Shit look crazy in these streets,
How
man.
we get there?
I mean, kids
How did we
nowadays
get
too
there?
wild, man.
How did we get there? And I think the opposite in terms of like because them know so much, it's led to a lot less.
No.
I mean, probably not in Jamaica.
All right. Yeah, all right. Look at it
Probably
this
not in
way.
Jamaica. You're right. Jamaica.
The wind up, feel up, Martin.
You know, remember Kimani said when I think I messaged the other
Exactly.
day said like
But wait, no, but
high school
exactly.
picnic just come off for the bus and everybody know what keeps so them don't want to go up on the bus. The man them did that dugu.
Yeah. That still happens.
Yeah.
Like that's
I thought too highly of my people, I'm sorry.
we in our culture, we grow up really fast. That's not a question. We grew up really fucking fast in our culture. So that's what I said. By 16, me just getting drunk for the first time at 16 was crazy.
Which is bad. But
Which is normal in all honesty, guys. Let's not be all high and mighty here, right? The 18 being the legal drinking age is fuckery. Alright? Because we in Jamaica we drink from 12. Or before that.
I was gonna say.
And it's
you
not,
know you tasted a little rum when you single digit.
it's not an alcoholic thing. It's that we have family members who drink and there's like, yeah man, bring the boy, come, make the boy taste the rum.
It's a bit of an
That's just how we are as a people. You drink it, and obviously as a kid. That one snuck up. I'm sorry, guys.
You know when baby spit up?
It was just a burp. You ever move some brother? A nigga can't belch in these streets. No, I don't remember what I was saying. Because you're laughing at me. Guys, if Martin is your friend, don't let him laugh at you. It's demoralizing. It hurts. It makes you question. Look at him point. He's laughing and pointing. It makes you question decisions you've made in life. I never chose to burp a while ago. It just happened. Martin could have played. He could have just moved on and he would have just let it happen. No.
Kyle's fucking
He might laugh about it. He might laugh about. What was I even saying? I don't remember exactly. Can you laugh at me? Exactly. Like yo. Thanks for listening to the podcast, guys. This is is and was the BamCast. Boom Jar for the intro, outro song.
Prismatic verse for the intro sequence.
The sequence.
Check out youtubebright.com, promo code BAM10, 10% off anything you have ordered while we have your attention. Click on the link below at Epidemic Sound.
Yeah.
Get yourself
Royalty-free music.
Royalty-free music.
Royalty, not loyalty.
Any last words, Bob?
Bumbleclaw, we're living in unprecedented times every day. Every day is a day you have never lived before. So that's why seize the fucking day. Yeah.
Carpe diem.
Yeah.
Dropping bombs on your moms.
Fuck on yourself.